Before we get into the double dose of sports here today, I know it's weird, but I wanted to talk about this anyways. We have some breaking news, and it's kind of tangentially related, so at least we can work it in this way. But the big old Biden vaccine mandate, it's already hit a snag, and it's only Saturday. You fucking love to see it, okay? Judge temporarily blocks Biden vaccine mandate for private firms after Texas sues. We were asking yesterday, it's like, okay, when is Ken Paxton going to hop in on this? You know he doesn't miss a single opportunity to take a shot at the Biden administration, so what the fuck was he waiting for? Well, he was waiting to marshal his forces, and it looks like he drove them in the correct direction. So the mandate may generate, this is according to the federal court, the mandate may generate grave statutory and constitutional issues. You'll love to see it, okay? So here's just a little blurb from Just the News. Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton on Saturday revealed that a federal court had issued a temporary block against the Biden administration's vaccine mandate after the state brought suit against it. Paxton revealed the development on his Twitter account, where all of the best information is shared. But hey, when we get W's like this, just wherever they come from, it really doesn't much matter. Yesterday, I sued the Biden admin over the unlawful OSHA vax mandate. He wrote, "We won!" Just this morning, citing grave statutory and constitutional issues, the Fifth Circuit stayed the mandate. Fucking A. The court said it will stay the hold pending further action. Yeah, that's all we know right now. Like I said, this is like literally minutes old. It'll be a couple hours old by the time that you guys get to watch this, but yeah, it's 10 to 2 local time anyways, and this just came down at the bottom of the hour. So once again, hey, it's nice. We're gonna enter the beginning of the week with a huge fucking win, and got an unknown ally in the fight against this kind of retarded shit. Okay, so again, it's like nobody here is against vaccines. It's more or less just against the mandates and the tyrannical rule on this. And who knew, right? It's Aaron Rodgers. It's somebody, I'm pretty sure I've been critical of him on the channel here. I know I have been in my personal life. Like, I don't think he's that great or anything. Like, he's a 3-time NFL MVP, but he has the right take on this issue. And just like Kyrie Irving, I don't really care too much for Kyrie Irving either, but hey man, they're making good points, and they're standing up in the face of just overwhelming tyranny, and I support them in this avenue. That's for certain. So the base story here, or rather the base of the facts, is Aaron Rodgers. It was alluded to earlier in the week that he tested positive for the coof, and he was never 100% clear as to his vaccination status. Like, you need to be explaining your medical history to everybody who, I don't know, simply asks, which is retarded. But no, he's claiming that he has an allergy, and if you're going to be taking everybody at face value that, have you got the vaccine? You need to prove that you have the vaccine. Well, Aaron Rodgers is saying that he's allergic to certain aspects of the vaccine that are in there, and it's been advised to him that he shouldn't take it, so he's not, and he was pursuing alternative means and methods. So now he's just being pilloried by everybody, and including the NFL, because we've got another development on that as well. So, yeah, more to that. He went on Pat McAfee's show. I guess it's a popular-ish podcast that's out there, and Pat McAfee's a fairly entertaining individual. There was like an hour-long segment that they went through, but yeah, he basically torched everybody. Aaron Rodgers did. And, hey, he went from being media darling to media whipping boy over the course of a couple of hours, and this is the beginning of something incredibly based. Well, you love to see it. 3-time NFL MVP Aaron Rodgers confirmed Friday that he has not taken the COVID-19 vaccine, citing what he says is an allergy to an ingredient in the most commonly used vaccines. "I realize I'm in the crosshairs of the woke mob right now," Rodgers said in an interview. Again, he's using a lot of the popular buzzwords right now, but like I said, if this is, kicking off something good, fucking use them to your heart's content, my dude. Yeah, he said this speaking of Pat McAfee and one of his former teammates, AJ Hawk, a longtime linebacker for the Green Bay Packers. So before my final nail gets put in my cancel culture casket again, just to chalk it up on the board, I think I would like to set the record straight on so many of the blatant lies that are out there about myself. Rodgers, who said the Packers knew about his vaccination status, then confirmed reports saying he hadn't received the vaccine. That's fine. I'm not an anti-vaxxer, flat earther. I have an allergy to an ingredient that's in the mRNA vaccines. I found a long-term immunization protocol to protect myself, and I'm very proud of the research that went into that, the Packer star said. Yeah, fine, that's totally 100%. I think we're in exact accordance with your beliefs. You don't want to do it because it's not in your best medical interest? By all means, okay? Even if you just don't want to on the face of it. Like with the Johnson & Johnson vaccine, clearly he's seen some of the reports that are out there and we're on YouTube, and who knows, maybe just talking about this will get the video taken down, but you guys know the stuff behind the Johnson & Johnson jab. He's also declined to take that one because, I don't know, he wants to have individual liberty over his own medical decisions. Radical fucking idea. NFL rules regarding COVID-19 are tyrannical, and we talked about those a whole bunch, and they're very stringent, incredibly stringent. And what Rodgers said is they are not based in the science at all. Ooh, God, that sucks. They're purely trying to out and shame people, like needing to wear a mask at a podium when every person in the room is vaccinated, and wearing a mask makes no sense to me. Hilarious. And true. If you got vaccinated to protect yourself from the virus, I don't have, as an unvaccinated individual, then why are you worried about anything I could give you? Good question, Aaron. Good question. Packers superstar said he consulted with podcaster and comedian Joe Rogan, who recovered from COVID-19 earlier this year, about alternative treatment methods. Oh no, red flags. What does Joe Rogan know? Clearly, I've seen what CNN reports, and they say vaccines are the most safe and effective way of fighting this virus. Don't listen to a man who fought and defeated COVID in a matter of 3 days. Anyways, Rodgers continued to say that he had followed every single protocol in regards to the NFL to a T, minus the one I just mentioned, because it actually makes no sense to me. Based, my daily routine is a routine of an unvaccinated person. Again, it's weird because I liked Rodgers for a sizable amount of time, and then the media just kind of rode his dick for a long time, and then that just immediately kind of puts me off from anybody. Really, it's the reason that I got pushed out of the NHL for Sidney Crosby dick riding, and then for the UFC, Chris Weidman, Joe Rogan was the one who pushed me out anyways. And then, yeah, just lapping the ass of Aaron Rodgers after he won the Super Bowl, but then just couldn't get back to it again. But now, all of a sudden, because he's getting taken down by the same media, kind of on his side on this one. Reports, which cited unnamed sources, last week said that Rodgers had tested positive for the virus, and yeah, he confirmed it. So yeah, it looks like your sources were accurate. Rodgers will be replaced by Jordan Love, who looks to be the heir apparent in Green Bay anyways, and was going to if Rodgers, just decided to retire, take the Jeopardy hosting gig in the offseason or whatever, or fucking get traded out of town. During the interview, Rodgers confirmed his COVID-19 case, saying he's experienced mild symptoms but feels really good. The Packers quarterback didn't know when he would return to the field or what his protocols he would have to adhere to going forward. Yeah, so he's going to be out for the Sunday's game against probably, actually I think it's a good team. I think they're playing the Rams, might be playing the Rams. Yeah, Green Bay's going to get smoked in that one. Take the over, and depends on what the spread is. If it's anything over 7 points, be leery, but the NFL has come back and they've made a statement because they look kind of bad in this scenario. So yeah, that's just a little picture from the podcast that was out there. There's a couple of clips out there if you guys want to watch them. Anyways, but yeah, as you can see, the man who's currently battling COVID in the middle there looks like he's, awfully disheveled. But then again, he hasn't had a haircut in a while. But anyways, yeah. Among many claims, an unvaccinated Aaron Rodgers spouted concerning COVID-19 vaccines on Friday of Oh, one of the easier ones, the league to debunk whether he met with an NFL doctor and whether that doctor offered some terrible medical information. Thanks, New York Post. You guys are like, lately, you guys are probably batting about 500 of being decent sources. Must be written by a total ideologue. Mark Sanchez? Really? No, he must be just jealous. The Green Bay Packers quarterback said this happened, and the league responded strongly that it did not. Okay. Well, he also said that he told the Green Bay Packers about his status, so what does it really matter? During his impassioned rant on the Pat McAfee show on Friday. It's very interesting that they just take the couple of buzzwords that are out there to just make him look like a loon. Oh, he's clearly one of those right-wing retards that are out there just spouting his anti-vaccine nonsense. Not to mention the part that he said that he's not anti-vax at all. But yeah, I'll just go ahead and throw this one out there. This was also an excerpt that doesn't get quoted in the New York Post article, by the way. The right is going to champion me and the left is going to cancel me. I don't give a shit about either of them. Politics is a total sham. I'm not going on Fox News, just like I'm not going on CNN. Fucking based take. Rodgers denied misleading the public about being unvaccinated in an attempt to explain why he hasn't received the shot and why cancel culture and a woke mob are to blame for the backlash he's experiencing. While doing so, he stated that the league doctor he met with told him it's impossible for a vaccinated person to get COVID or spread COVID. Wow, that's the old Joe Biden take, but that's the league doctor, I guess. I don't know. Somebody might have said that. Rodgers was attempting to show the amount of unknowns with the virus and the vaccines as he spread misinformation, that apparently was spread to him. The league, though, says this never happened. Oh, okay, clearly. The party says you did not meet with doctor. We have no record of you meeting with doctor. Therefore, you didn't meet with doctor. Oh, yes. No doctor from the league or the joint NFL-NFLPA infectious disease consultants communicated with the player, said the NFL to Pro Football Talk. Oh, okay, cool. If they had, they certainly would have never said anything like that. Okay, sounds like damage control. So, not only does the NFL say a league doctor never communicated the incorrect information with Rodgers, it says the league doctor never communicated with Rodgers at all. This just reads like just being a massive fucking cope session by the NFL, okay? They're just trying to do damage control. Rodgers told reporters he was immunized. Well, what he considers immunized. And frankly, who gives a fuck what you tell reporters? Reporters are all fucking spin merchants anyway, so fuck them. Underwent a unspecified homeopathic treatment and petitioned the league for an exemption, arguing he had the antibodies. The league denied his request, and his testing positive this week for the coronavirus means he cannot play for a Packers game against the Chiefs on Sunday. Oh, okay, he's playing the Chiefs on Sunday, and the Chiefs are in the midst of just, I don't know, turnover mania, and they aren't very good so far, but again, that's going to be a needlessly close game anyways. According to the NFL, Rodgers was offered a conversation with a league doctor, but he did not reach out. So that went from he never ever once met with an NFL doctor to, he was offered a meeting with a doctor, and then Aaron Rodgers is saying that he did meet with doctors. So once again, the truth is probably somewhere in the middle, and who gives a fuck? Who gives a fuck? He doesn't want to get it. He says that he has an allergy. No reason to believe that he doesn't. And frankly, I don't give a fuck. What should be the central point to this is you have your own control on what goes in, what comes out, and everything that happens with your body. It shouldn't be up to the government, and it looks like the courts agree with us on this one, tell you how to live your life. So, obviously, and the same thing would go even if he was vaccinated by one of the company jabs. He would still be missing this game on Sunday, okay? So, we'll see what happens afterwards. Let's see if he gets pilloried for this, because something tells me that he's running against the narrative. He's standing pretty strong. He's got a lot of money. He can retire off the back of this, but boy, are all of those sympathetic pieces from the offseason where, Aaron Rodgers is doing whatever he likes is all of a sudden just going to start shifting very quickly. And you could even tell by this New York Post article, as cunty as it is written, something's going to be up, but as for right now, hey man, he's espousing a lot of the opinions that I share as well, so good on him. Make your own bodily choices, because frankly, at the end of the day, if you don't, and you want to abdicate that responsibility to someone else, they'll take it, and they'll do it a hell of a lot worse than you will. With that said, I thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo, and I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.